Well, good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Retired for Life. So today, believe it or not, we are actually starting on putting in the foundation pads for the off-grid cabin. It's been a long time coming. So we've only got so much time, and I've got to make use of it. And today is just an absolutely gorgeous day. So we'll get done as much as we can today, and then I'll get back to it as quickly as I can. Unfortunately, I've got Christmas shopping tomorrow. Yes, it's almost that time. All right, let's get to work. We'll see what we can figure out for starting to lay out the floor for this. So the first one is the most critical one. I do want to be over to this side as much as I can. I came very close to changing the whole location of the cabin and putting it up here in the trees. After I cleared that last widowmaker, there's a nice big open space back there, and it was very tempting, but I do want to be in the sun, and I do want the room to park my equipment beside the shed, so we're sticking with plan A. All right, let's see if we can figure out things here. Well, let's bring one of those heavy monsters over and see how it fits. I really don't want to have to do that too many times. Huh. All right, there's our first one. Well, we've got our first 3 pylons in place. It's time to put the first outside board in place. So these are doubled up 2x6s. Now they're 2x6s that came off of my sawmill. So they're actually 1.75 inches by 6. So they're a little heavier than what you would get from Home Depot or that type of place. It's just another one of those things where you never have enough hands to do the job. Okay. All right, that looks good. So I'm going to put 1 screw into each one, and I've got big 6-inch long construction grade screws that I'm going to put in from this side, and then I'll be able to toenail from the other side as well. Well, let's do it. So I'm using these big, heavy 5/16 screws for this job, but I'm going to drill a hole through the 2x6s. So I don't think that's going to go anywhere now, but I'll add the additional screws in once I've got everything nice and square and level and all that kind of thing. So the bit of pylon that's sticking up, I'm just going to take my electric chainsaw and saw that off so it's out of the way. But leaving it long like that gave me room to be able to figure out level and all that type of thing, because this site does slope down that way, which is good. That's what I want. The board for the back here is actually a fair bit heavier than the side ones because it has a shelf on the bottom of it that my 2x6s will sit down on. I did that just to make it easier to install the 2x6s. I mean, why not? So you can see here my corners are all overlapping on the 2x6s just to give them a little more strength. All right, let's clamp this in place and try to figure out, we'll try to get this first one square, or fairly close anyway, and we can move them around once we're in there a little better. All right, we're square and level. Let's get another one in place. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Well, folks, it's getting dark. I think it's time to put things away before it gets too dark. We're in pretty good shape. Yeah, I like how it's coming. All right, we'll see you folks in the morning, whichever morning that happens to be. Well, I hope you guys have been enjoying this video, and if you have, don't forget to give it a like, and I'd really love to have you to subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any thoughts, questions, suggestions, don't forget to leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's get back to the work. All right, folks, we have got things. We've got 3 sides in place. Just going to put one more screw in here. And then we're going to check for square before I put the front one on. There's 16 feet 6 inches there. We're 16 feet 6 1/16 of an inch. Well, I would say that's pretty good. Let's get that front board on. Well, that looks pretty close. Well, there's my first set of floor joists in. I still have to put the blocking in on them, and I need to get back to the shop and cut these because I wasn't 100% sure what my size was going to be, but now I know. Well, folks, I think that's going to be it for today. I am getting pretty tired. I was hoping to have all the framing for the floor done, but it's been a long few days. It is getting late. It's dinner time. Sarah's going to be wondering where the heck I am. Or because I'm making a couple of small mistakes, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to give it a rest. So the only thing that I have got left to do is I've got one piece of blocking that I cut a little bit too long, so I've got to shave 1/4 of an inch off of it. And then all of my floor joists here for the front, with the exception of one, I cut exactly 1 inch too long. Better than too short. So I've got to recut all of them. And I'm just not going to do that today. But we've made great progress. I am pretty pleased. As I say, I would have liked to have had the framing done, but tomorrow I think is supposed to be another nice day, fingers crossed. And if it is, we're getting this framing finished tomorrow and we're going to start putting the floorboards on. Yeah, that's a good feeling. All right, folks, so as usual, if you've got any comments, suggestions, anything like that, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. I always respond to everybody that makes a comment, and I appreciate the advice that I often get, and I use it. As I have said many times earlier on, I am not a professional at this kind of stuff. I'm a retired general machinist, and I'm learning as I go. And I am getting a lot of good advice from a lot of people who are watching, and I do really appreciate that. So that's going to be it for today's video, folks. So remember to be safe out there, be good to each other, and we will see you out on the trails the next time. Long day.